You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. This is SoapDirt.com on YouTube, and we have got your latest edition of Young and the Restless daily spoilers for the week ahead for April 17th through 21st, 2023. And man, do we have a huge spoiler for you for Monday's episode. Right now, click subscribe, take a moment. Make sure that you click that button so you get all of our latest updates on Young and the Restless and all your favorite soaps. And now, let's dig in to the biggest spoiler for the week, and it drops on Monday, April 17th, 2023, which is Young and the Restless Season 50, Episode 137. Say goodbye to Jeremy Stark, because Phyllis murders him on Monday. Let's say that he definitely has it coming. They had an intense showdown as Friday wound up on the U.S. episode. He is very upset that she has betrayed him. She wants to go back to Genoa City and say, whoops, I set this all up. This has to end, because she's feeling enormous guilt about the pain that she has caused her children and her granddaughter. However, Jeremy is not going to let that happen. The problem is, if Phyllis goes back and confesses, she might do a little time. She might get a slap on the wrist. But Jeremy's a felon on parole. If she goes back and blabs the truth of what they've done, which is obstruction of justice, destruction of public property, there's probably a big pile of things they can throw the book at them. He's going to go away to prison for a very long time. So he's not willing to let that happen. He grabs up a pair of scissors and comes at her after she lies and says she'll leave town, and there's threats back and forth. She warned him he didn't know who he's messing with, and then he finds out, because we see Phyllis with bloody hands, a bloody scissors, and she has got a body wrapped up in the shower curtain. So she went stabby on him, killed him, and then is preparing to dump his body. That is the huge spoiler coming on Monday. Also on Monday, Adam Newman tells his dad, Victor Newman, that Sally Spectra is pregnant with his baby and that he still loves her, and his dad is not loving that at all. Plus, we're going to see Jack Abbott coming for another favor from Christine. He's been trying to get her to open up about what the investigation has found, but she keeps stonewalling him, and we expect that to continue. Then, on Young and the Restless, Tuesday's April 18th episode, it's Season 50, Episode 138, and Nikki Newman runs into someone from her past. It's a blast from the past, but who? We will have to see. Maybe Jack brings in an out-of-town lawyer. I don't know, because McCall has been asked to defend Diane, but Nikki Newman flips out and tells him he absolutely can't do it. And of course, Michael's torn because he cared about both Phyllis and Diane, so he is in a tough spot. Also on Tuesday, Chance's investigation takes a turn, so we have to wonder if things are going to look like they're pointing more towards Jeremy, who is now dead. Midweek on Young and the Restless, Wednesday, April 19th, it's episode 139 of season 50, and we are going to see Tucker McCall making Victor Newman a tempting offer. Tucker has a tantrum this week and tells Ashley he is going to sell his business and leave town. He's been proposing to her and talking about them being together and making this new life, and it seems he has gotten impatient because that's just his precarious nature. Also, we see on Wednesday Sharon coming to Abby Newman asking her for help, and that's because they are going to throw a baby shower for little Aria Copeland. The baby is finally in town. Mariah and Tessa are finally back, and we're going to finally have some scenes with them. Also, we're going to see Elena Dawson losing her patience with Nate Hastings. Now, she does not know that he put Victoria Newman across her desk and almost did the deed with her, and it looks like he was not planning to stop. It was only Nick Newman pounding on the door that put an end to that amorous activity. And Nick even poked that sore spot with Nate in front of Elena, but he hasn't told her what he found out. However, Elena might just be sick and tired of Nate being Nate. Young and the Restless, Thursday, April 20th, 2023 is season 50, episode 140. And we're going to see Victor going to grill Nick. He is questioning his judgment. My assumption is that this is an after effect of the conversation between Victor and Adam, where Adam told him that Sally's carrying his child. Victor didn't even know she was pregnant, and he's certainly going to be mad to know that other people in his family knew and no one bothered to tell him. And of course, he wants to shake Nick Newman and shake whatever screw is loose in his head as far as his dad is concerned. He does not think he needs to be involved with Sally, and even less so since she's pregnant with Adam's child. And this pregnancy, of course, is going to be a real problem for Victor because he hates Sally and he wants her gone. Also on Thursday, Devon Hamilton stands firm on something, and we're going to see Daniel Romalotti sparking with Lily Winters. You might remember that his dad and daughter, Danny and Lucy, were actively trying to matchmake these two, and with his ex, Heather Stevens, moving on with someone new, it might be the perfect moment for Daniel and Lily to explore their past and perhaps a future together. They definitely have a vibe that's very sweet, and they were sweethearts a long time ago, way before she was with Kane, and it's exciting for a lot of longtime watchers. Then Friday, April 21st on Young and the Restless brings us season 50, episode 141. And we are going to have Michael Baldwin talking to Christine about a case. We have to assume that this is Diane Jenkins' case, and this official Young and the Restless spoiler saying that he's going to go talk to her about a case has me thinking just maybe Michael is going to take Diane's case. Next week, Diane tells Jack just to forget about her because all this is so messy. Even though she didn't do the deed, she feels like she may do the time for someone else's crime, and tells him to forget her, but he won't. So maybe he talks Michael into taking the case. We are also going to see on Friday Mariah and Tessa's baby shower for little Aria Porter Copeland, and that should be a whole lot of fun. And we're going to see Billy Abbott in a power struggle with Kyle Abbott. Of course, Jack has hired Billy back at Jabot, and Kyle is holding the reins at Marchetti, which is a subsidiary of Jabot. But these two may be butting heads. It wouldn't be the first time, but you know, Kyle should be careful what he asks for, because remember, he wanted Adam out of that spot, and Adam is gone. But then Jack brought in his brother Billy, and Kyle may find that annoying as well. The big upshot of what's coming this week is for everybody to see Phyllis kill Stark on Monday, and then we have to see what she does next. There's no official spoilers about her heading back to Genoa City, but since that was her plan before she and Stark got into this fatal altercation, we have to assume that she is trying to figure out some way where she can get herself out of this corner that she's painted herself into. She wanted Diane in jail at all cost, and she made it happen, but then she finally figured out too late that the cost was too much because Daniel's devastated, and Summer Newman in particular is devastated, and this situation is ripping Summer and Kyle's marriage apart, and it's all down to Phyllis's fault. But if you're one of those people who are sick and tired of Stark and wanted him gone, Monday is your day because he gets stabbed to death by Red. Don't miss a moment. Click subscribe below and check back here all the time for more soap spoiler videos.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.